and today we all know that we all are gathered here to debate for debate session. And the topic of the debate is that who is more responsible for maintaining law and order in our country. Friends, when we talking about the law and order, the first question comes in our mind that what is the law and order, and what is the need of the law and order. So, first of all, to know the law and order, we should know that the forms of the government, because there are the many forms of the government in our country that is running. If we talking about our country, then the democracy, the system of democracy is running in our country. And in this country, sir, we need some basic rules. We need some basic laws so that we can maintain this, and we can manage, and everybody should live their life with properly, and we can say that it is the betterment for our people. It means we make law and order for the betterment of the citizens of our country. But only making law is not the solution of the problems. When we make some rules, some regulations, then it's responsibility to maintain this. So here we are talking about who have a responsibility. Because if we talking about the police, the countryman, the politician, and against the politician, then the first thing is that we all are the citizen of our country. But the thing is that when we get some powers, then that powers gives more responsibility. Then responsibility comes. And in our country, the police have a power to maintain the law and order. They have a power to maintain law and order in the crime sector, and we can say that many of the sectors. But what can we say that clapping is never happening with one hand.
Very good.
If only one person wants, that we can do, and if we are not supporting them, then it is not possible to maintain this. So police have a responsibility to maintain, but the second responsibility comes to the countryman, because the countryman have a responsibility to support. To understand this point, we can take an example, and it is the example of sir. Suppose sir came here to teach us, and we all know that we have to follow the rule of the teacher. But if here people started, the students started making a noise, and they are just started to disturbing, and they just try to disturb the teacher, then how can a teacher teach you? It doesn't matter what is the quality of that teacher, but they cannot teach you properly. So we can say that everybody has a responsibility. We all are the citizen of our country, so we all have a responsibility to law and order. So we can also say that the countryman, it means the citizen of our country, have also some responsibility to maintain the law. Another thing is that the powers. Said that the powers gives more responsibility. If you have of the time, you can take more action, and if you have you can take the biggest action. So if we talking about the politician, then the meaning of politician is different, because people who is just fighting a betterment of the peoples and the citizen of our country, we can also say that they are the politicians. But here we are talking about the politician who is in the power, who is selected by the people, who is the we can say that with the representative of our country, our society. So in that condition, there are two types of politicians comes in our society. First, who have a power and who make the government, and second is the opposition. And if we talking about the maintenance of the law and order, then the politician who is in the power, who have a responsibility, because if a strict leader comes in the power, then automatically many of the problems were solved. But what will be happen if the leader comes, but who have no more responsibility, and who are just corrupted, then we can say that the whole country and the whole state becomes corrupted. So we can say that the politician who is in the power, they have also responsibility. Talking about the opposition, it means which against the party, they have also responsibility because they have a right to ask the question that what of that politician who is in the power, then what they are doing for the betterment of the people. Are they really working? Are they really doing their work properly or not? So we cannot say that only one person is responsible for the betterment of our country. It is also possible that I may be wrong because everybody have a different point. So you all have to give your point that everybody is. It is true that everybody is responsible, but who is more responsible? So you have to take your point. And now I want to start from this side. Who wants to start? Anybody? Satyam, I think you should start the session.
Yes,
What do you want to say?
So very good morning to all of you. Today we
Yes,
know
sit
that what type of session we have, where we have to discuss about who is more responsible for maintaining the law and order of our country. If you see wisely, then you can easily see that the policemen who are just trained like that and they have given special powers and they have the infrastructure and they have trained like that to do so. Because the police of the country and every state has been established just because for the welfare of the society and maintaining the law and order not only in the public sector but also for the private developments. Like if you see industrial area, they are also covered by the police officers. If anything happens or any biggest crimes or scams happen, that was reported in that police station. Then after whether who investigates, it's a further thing. But this shows that the police is the prime in our society for responsible for the welfare and the maintenance of the law and order for our country. So today I will be supporting police, but politicians have their own way because they make whether they are in opposition or whether they are in government. The law if it's passed from our what we can say that legislature it complies both that they all have agreed on the same point. Then after a law has been passed from our parliament, and that's all from my side.
Okay. Is anyone who just want to support Satyam?
Yes, respect.
First of all, police has the power as well as the authority to maintain law and order. And it's the moral duty of the police to do so. Police are paid salary for this only, to maintain the law and order. And police has the authority and power to arrest, punish, and put behind bars the criminals. If they break rule, police are there to catch them. And the other institutions like countrymen, politicians, the rivals of the political parties, they are not the correct institution and organization to do so. Only the police has the power to do so. Even if I go beyond this country, where the police are very strong, like SWAT, like FBI in US, everywhere the police are respected and they do their job correctly, and the police has the only authority to do so. That's all. And they can even extradite the conviction. Like we did it, that person of Mumbai attack from USA to India. Only the police can do so. The Mumbai attack mastermind from USA was extradited from USA. He was living in USA. He was taking the captures of the Taj Hotel and the many places where the bombs are to be planted. And we forced USA to extradite that. What was his name? I forget his name. And he was sent from USA to India, and he is now in the Mumbai Central Jail.
So is anyone who just want to support both of them? You want to support it? So you can take your point.
Both of them explain about the
Speak loudly.
both of them explain about the how the policemen are going to maintain law and order. So I believe also in the same manner that these are assigned by the constitution as special powers and maintain the law and order just because of that they have been given the powers like investigating any matter, they are registering an FIR, and also if someone has committed a crime, then they will arrest the person. So in that case, we can say that policemen are more responsible in maintaining law and order.
Okay. So recently Satyam, Nihal and Anshu have taken the point that police is more responsible to maintain the law and order in our country. So now it is time to counter their point. So who want to counter his point? Anyone? Okay, please.
As Satyam said and Amrita and also said that police is more responsible for maintaining law and order in our country. Yeah, absolutely right. They police only show the direction. Whatever our government made the law, they are elected to show the direction what our citizens doing wrong or right. But if we talk about countryman is more responsible. Whatever law is making, law why law and order is made? To maintain. Who is responsible for maintaining?
Speak loudly.
Who is responsible for maintaining? The citizen of India. If citizen of India does not follow the rules and regulations, then what is the value of that law and order? It is just standing in a ship.
Few days ago, we all have seen that when our government take an action toward the ugly Yojana and bankrupt all the things. Then whatever all the students do, they don't apartheid to our government. They are doing like Ulwadi. Then there is no force is able to break this thing. Then that time, if countrymen want to if the countryman does not want to follow the rules and regulations, then that time there is no value of police and forces in our country. That's all about me.
So Prince have spoken very well, and he has given the recently example. Then what will be happen in the Agnivir Yojana? Then the students and youth just come on the road. And if every citizen is come on the road, then it becomes very difficult to maintain law and order. So it is also responsibility of countrymen to maintain the law and order. So is anyone who is agree with the point of Prince and who just want to oppose the point of Prince? Anyone?
Because you are supporting countrymen and you are not supporting police and politicians. Okay. So here one question is that the government made law and for the betterment of the countrymen. Because there are lots of people who not follow the rules, which is made by our law and order time. And because of the power of the police have a power because they have their responsibility. They have some disciplines which you will have to do because they have some law and order and these types of power and these types of disciplines you will have to follow. But their countrymen know any discipline that they can follow because they are the full they have full power. Because every countryman people think that I have a power, I will do. And I will not follow law and order because they are also protest and they also forget each and everything. You know that very well. But in the protesting time, I think our policemen never forget their responsibility. They follow all the time rule and regulations, what is happening in law and order. So I think that you are totally wrong because it is made by the betterment of the countrymen, but it is followed and maintaining by the police.
Just pass. Yeah.
You are saying police always follow rules and regulations. What do you think about that police? They are not following the rules and regulations and they are breaking rules and regulations. What do you think about that, man? They are doing crime and they are arrested by the people and they just give some money and they give some money and police always release them. What do you think about the police? Why they are doing like that? And I am saying about many of the people they have a power and they have a power and that people also break the rules and regulations. I think.
Okay, pass the mic to Faizan first. He wants to speak. After that, Puskar will speak.
Good morning, everyone. That's me, Dada, in front of you all. My brother Finisher said a very correct lines because in the citizenship or citizen countrymen are not responsible for their maintaining their law and order. If someone is going to jail because he murdered a person and someone is doing the same way that he is also murdering another person, means they are giving in a continuous way. We are responsible for the maintaining the law and order. We are the root of that. If we didn't do any kind of crime, then why we are required to policemen and police station and why due to FIR in any way? I think that countrymen are very responsible for that. If no one do any kind of crime, then no one catch with anyone and no order and law will required in anywhere. The principal just gave an example of Agniveer. Most of the season countrymen come on the road and the policemen are not as such sufficient to make them to control them because they are in such a huge amount and the police are not in a huge amount. We know that if the talking about the whole country, approx means 80% are countrymen and 20% are policemen are in the right now in the job. If we are talking about 135 crore and just 35 police are in there. If 35 police just come to counter the 100 crore countrymen, then what happened? The countrymen overlap by the policemen. If the countrymen just realize that they have their main responsibility to maintaining order and law, then nothing will be happening in any other cities and countries anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Puskar.
Hello everyone. I want to counter to Prince. Prince are told to countrymen are more responsible for the maintaining law and order. But I will say that lots of law in India, they don't want to public, but for the country safety, country betterment, they are following in India. Just like lots of law, they are directly not supposed to public. Just like a farmer bill. Lots of farmers they don't want to the farmer bill, but they can. But after what happened earlier, but you know, but each type of lots of law in India. They are running, they are flowing, but public don't support. Majority of public they don't support. But Parliament had a bill to that type of law. And secondly, that I think, in my opinion, more responsible for the break the law and order, that is the ministerial leaders, because more responsible is that because they have a power to maintain and make the law in legislative executive. But they are firstly minister, like our minister members, they are breaking the law. More responsible, I think, leader is the more responsible person. They have need to maintain the law and order, but they are breaking law. So what will be the consequence? Because when a supreme person they are breaking the law, so what will you do the other person? So we have need to the discipline, learn to discipline the leadership, and after that policemen have basically policemen is a pyada, just like a people they can to the maintain the administrative person, administrative law, yeah, judiciary law. So I think main role play are need to the political leadership.
Okay, Prince, now everyone has countered you, just you have to give answer first. Just pass the mic to him.
Firstly, Raki countered me. After that, Puskar countered me, and I want to answer both of them. That he said that police has power, and he he plays a vital role in playing the discipline. He has more discipline than citizen. Whenever I was asking the question, then I said that if police has authorized as a he can give the direction to our citizen. If policeman does not follow the rule, then what is the value of police? Have you ever go to the traffic area? Then everywhere police is available. Then if we are the citizen of India and we pass through that traffic rule, then most of the time whatever the rule and regulation, every citizen can follow. Police is only standing to say the what is right and what is wrong. When any citizen doing wrong things, then that time police give the direction. If any citizen does not wear helmet, then what can police do? Our rule and regulations say that he only cut the challan, then he take the money. Then that time police comes under the corruption. Am I right? Thing is that not. We are living in that country. We are living in that country. We have to accept. We are living in that country. We have to accept that. Whatever most of the police forces are comes under the corruption because our please listen. Please listen. Whenever I speak all the time, then you can control. Okay. Then I also if politician comes under the government and they only make the rules and regulations. After that they provide all the lower department and say that it is our rule and regulation and we should follow. And our citizen it is not about the perspective of who is educated and who is not educated. Because we are living in that country, someone is educated and someone is not educated. But everyone have their idea about what is wrong and what is right. And then that time our citizens most of the time follow the rules and regulations whatever our government provides. If our government is doing wrong, that time our citizens go against it. Otherwise, our citizens never.
Lots of laws they are supporting to country, but they are.
Listen, please. Then after, listen, please. Politician, have you ever seen that? You are listening that you are listening about robbers. Who is robbers? Most of the time, robbers is our the citizen of India. What time? You said that. Where is robbery comes? Because mindset. Then if you talk about politician, rule and regulation is also for politician, also for police force, and also for the our government. Then most of the time you are listening about your politician Lalit Modi. Businessman. Yeah, they comes under the VIP. Our government says that he is a VIP person. Whatever he did, he take all the money and went outside from our country. Outside our country, there is no rule and regulation. After that, they said that we are bankrupt the black money. In black money, who face more problem? Our citizen faces more problem, not the VIP person.
What are you sharing my idea? I think that you are out of track.
Then once किसी ने ठीक ही कहा है कि अगर इस देश की जनता सोया हुआ से है, अगर ये उठ जाकर खड़ा हुआ तो चीख फाटेगा.
First thing I want to clarify why everyone is going out of topic. First thing, why every countryman will protest. Protesting is the basic right. If anyone is protesting, it's a fundamental right of the humans if they are protesting. It doesn't come under the maintenance of law and order. If violence happens, then it comes under law and order situation. Other than that, if you are protesting for silently, no one is going to stop you. until you don't harm others. Then that's the case with, if they talked about Agniveer scheme. It was a special situation because the government had introduced a new law. That's why everyone was against that law. Then they were protesting. And what happens after that? If train got fired, who was the first person to respond on that? The policeman. This shows that their sincerity. If anything happens, if not only natural calamities, if flood happens, the first men to respond to those. If any terrorist activities happens in our country, first response unit is always from the police. Then anything happens. That's what the point is.
But nowadays,
We are not here to talk about who makes the laws and what the laws are and what the flaws in the law. It's simply if the law is made, then the police is there to just implement it. They are not there to give you punishment. They are there to just, like Pushkar said, they are there to give them the punishment. Police don't give any punishment. They just caught you in the case. If you have problem, go to judiciary. That's another thing. That doesn't come under the application of the law. It's come under the vitality of the law, whether the law is valid for them or not. Here we are, I have only talked about the maintenance of the law. And everyone is going like that, everyone will protest. Why everyone will protest? I don't think anyone from our class has gone to protest against Agniveer or anything. That's the case.
Okay, now Vipul wants to speak first. हाँ let him
किसी को देने वाले
हाँ दीजिए ना
Sir, I'm good.
हाँ
Yes,
yes speak ना
without mind.
you can speak, I don't have any problem.
So very good morning to all my dear friends. And the topic is very crystal and clear. And we should understand that we live in a democratic country and all the functions are divided. Like we have three organs of government: executive, legislative, and judiciary. Every organs have their different works. The works of judiciary to just uphold the laws, the works of legislature to make the law, and the works of executive to maintain the law. And the here is question is crystal clear that who has a more important role to play in maintaining rule and law. So just the answer is simple, that it is the work of our executive, it is the work of our administration, and the police is directly is also comes under the administration. So we can say directly say that the police is more responsible to maintain law and order. Apart from this, they all have their own point ideas. But I personally believe that the police is the system, the administration, where anything happen in our society, that any crime, that any illegal activities, we just go there, police station, we just conversation with police. After then they decide, they catch that person. That after there is a work of another organs, that is executive. They have a work that person is guilty or not. So they have to prove. So they are just linked with each other. So I can say that court personally play to maintaining law and order. It is the work of police. It is the work of administration. It is the work of executive. So I think. Thank you.
Hello, good morning to all.
Good morning. Okay. So you have to counter.
I am not counting.
When checking your point.
The point is that the countryman is the important role in maintaining the law. Law. And I say that what is the root cause? We are responsible for everything. Just you say that my friends are always not wear the helmet, but he has not give the challan, but he has give the money 50 to 100 rupees. Then it's a people responsible for all the crime, because we all know that who has power. Main power has Supreme Court and the maintaining the law. But we are responsible for everything because countrymen always countrymen just we all are proud. Just every person gives every person gives committed the crime and they go to the jail. And if maintain the law is always to the countrymen. Thank you.
दो उसको दो.
I want to say that you all are saying that challan is happening or why challan is happening. So firstly, if you are supporting countrymen, so you should follow the all rule and regulation which is happening in the law and order. Why you have a need of giving the challan? You should keep driving license on your pocket. You apply helmet. Then you will not, and please don't break the rule of which is made by the traffic, made by the government for the traffic. So you are always saying that there are the lots of police who are corrupted, who have taken black money for the people because of traffic times. Because you are just supporting countrymen, so you should be responsible for it. Why are you if you are not supporting for police? I am not. I am just saying that about that person who is supporting countrymen. I am not supporting you. So I am counter that of person like Prince also say about the challan. So these are, if you are supporting a countryman, firstly you should be responsible for it. That time if you were responsible, then I don't think so that that time that police will be maintained law and order. So firstly we should be responsible for it.
Yes, Faizan wants to speak.
We are only talking about the challan. He is just saying a wrong way that challan is a good thing. If someone is not taking a helmet while riding, then the police. I'm just telling my points. After that, you can say something, whatever you want. If someone like Sazad just take a challan off after them, when he riding his vehicle and he just he's not wear his helmet and up. Then he get a challan. Chill. And then.
Yes, let him speak.
I'm just saying. Then after the policeman just take a challan, cut the challan. This is a good thing. But if the policeman cannot take a challan and just put the money in his pocket, then it's a bad thing. It does come under the income. The income just generated by the policeman, 50 and 100 rupees and 500, any amount the person given to the police, just it come under the pocket of the policeman. This is not. They are not maintaining the law. They are just earning the money by just putting and taking any kind of law that if anyone just caught by
here I would like to add one thing, that if police is taking money, then in my sense, the person who is giving money, I think that person is much more corrupted than the police. If you are giving money, you are one of the corrupted person first of all.
We all are. When we while riding, we don't wear helmet. We haven't any kind of license. When we where go, that's so true. You honey see that.
I have a question to all the people who are supporting countrymen. Then why we need law? If the people of the country are so responsible, then why we need law first?
Yes.
If everyone is responsible, then why we need law, police or anything? Waste of money. The budget of police is more than 1 lakh.
If your parents will not take care of that, then you will be out of control.
I am not supporting countrymen.
You have just raised this question. That's why I am giving the answer of that. So there should be there who can just control, who have a lagam of that person. Okay? So that's why we need that person. You have to know why do we need? We need that person to do lagam. Otherwise, they will become bullocks.
I have a question to those people who are supporting countrymen, like Faizan and Prince. They are supporting countrymen. If the people of our country has been so responsible, then why we need those things?
Faizan, give answer.
Yes. I'm not talking about all the person. I'm just talking about.
Also not responsible.
Yeah, I am not responsible. So true. He is saying right things, but it doesn't mean I am doing a crime. if I'm just going somewhere in my locality with my bike, it doesn't come into the crime. But I
drive a bike with
But without helmet, without license, without documents, if you are going, it's just like a crime.
Satyam is also doing a crime.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. If I just talking about when we are coming into clarity, मतलब means घर से अगर भाई दुकान तक जा रहे हैं 1 किलोमीटर का रेंज है, then why we should be have to wear
And
helmet?
in that case, if accident will occur, then what will you do?
The thing is that
accident can happen anywhere.
yeah, we wear helmet for protection of ourselves.
I just tell you, hello, I just tell you morning events, what happened in front of the institute. One of Apache biker was coming and he got accident, his leg became totally fractured. He had not weared helmet. If he would stuck with the divider, then what would happen?
Next year, sir.
No.
Yes. Okay, yes.
Many of you are seeing the negativities of the police department, but also see what Mumbai police did.
Why are you talking stuck between the Mumbai police?
Let me say this.
Yeah, brother.
What is Mumbai
Carry on. He's saying right.
That's what with the Mumbai police.
I am just giving the example of Mumbai
He is giving the example of that, so please listen. Yes.
Mumbai police almost killed all the criminals of underworld that was operating, and
let him speak.
The underworld dons, which had the connection with Bollywood and the politicians, and even the Bhushan Kumar, the founder of the T series, was killed by the underworld. Bhushan Kumar was killed by the underworld part. And then what Mumbai police did? Mumbai police started encountering all the criminals there. From that incident of the Bhushan Kumar, in 1 year, maximum criminals of the Mumbai police and Mumbai underworld town were killed. Encountered on the streets of Mumbai, in Borivali, in Bandra, in all the Kanjur Mart of the Mumbai streets. So after that, and not only this is the first. In what happened in Mumbai in 1991 blasts, the Mumbai serial blasts of 1991, the many terrorists were planting in the Victoria Terminus and Taj Mahal Hotel and India Gate, Gateway of India. Many bombs were planted, and many were blasted also. So the Mumbai police got all those terrorists and killed all them and encountered all them. If I talk about Varanasi, what happened in Varanasi when the bomb was planted in Sangat Motion Mandir in Varanasi, that bomb also blasted. And then what Varanasi police did? Varanasi police, with the help of the politicians, killed all and encountered all the terrorists that planted the bomb in Varanasi's holy place. That's Sangat Motion and Vishwanath Temple too. And what happened in Patna? When the bomb was planted in the rally of Narendra in 2014, many bombs were blasted in the rallies. You all might be remembering those facts. What Patna police did? Killed all those who were involved in Patna blasts. What Kolkata traffic police does? Do you know? If any person breaks crosses the line, if the lane drive is not followed in Kolkata police come there and cut their challan. Cut the challan. What happens?
Okay, now pass the mic. Okay, pass the mic. Ansu, pass the mic. Yes. Listen. Yes.
So I am totally agree with your point that you have spoken the good what is the positive point of our police, and I just want to remember your point that you have recently spoken that what the Mumbai police taken action after the death what the Mumbai police taken the action after the death of Gulshan Kumar, and what the police action when the bomb was set up in the Narendra Modi, in the what can we say, the rally of Narendra Modi. Okay, okay.
Yes, yes, you are right. Excited. Yes, we are, yes.
Okay. Okay, so we brother, so we should just come on our point. Okay, so first of all, I want to take my some point. You have here recently spoken the good aspect of the police. That what the police take action when the Gulshan Kumar was killed. The action of Mumbai police. What will our police taken the action when a bomb was set up in the what can be said in the rally of Narendra Modi. So I just want to remember you that why this police is not taking action when the common people was killed. Why they just taken the action? Let me complete that. Why they just only taken the action when Gulshan Kumar was killed or when any politician was killed? This is so that the all politicians and the person who is on the majority, they just consider fear because one VIP person, one highest posted person was killed, then they will also kill.
Yes.
I taking the top point and I realize that opposition is the main important role of maintain the law because opposition is like raise the voice and raise the voice.
I want to give some point regarding the what is he was talking about like whenever common people died, then in that case the police do not take action in a proper manner. So I want to answer that that is a failure of governance, that is a matter of corruption. Many people are just influenced by the like politicians because you know that in our country the police are doing the very great work in some areas and in some areas they are not doing work because they are influenced by the politicians. So that is a matter of failure of governance, not the failure of the police. The police system is very right, very nice and they are doing a great job. I want to counter those people as well who are just supporting the countrymen because they are talking about the ideal situations in which all the people are taking responsibility of maintaining law and all the people are taking the responsibility of maintaining law and order. But in our country, there are we know that the literacy rate is very low. So in that case, many people of our country are not able to understand the scenario of the laws because the laws are written in a very complex manner. So that's why many people are not able to understand the laws, and even those understand the laws, they violate the laws. So that's why police is needed to make them correct to maintain the law and order. As for example, if someone is going on the road, so traffic signal is there. But we know that many people violate the traffic signal even after knowing the scenario that if they do not follow the law, then that is harmful for them as well. Because if someone is not wearing a helmet, then that if an accident happen after going if an accident happens in that case, he will be harassed, he will harm, that will harm for that person. So that's why I believe that we can hope for the ideal situation where all the people of our country will, as a citizen, will understand that what is the importance of law, and why it is important, why the politician has made that law, and they will follow that. But that is not the situation right now. That's why the police are made. Police are there. They are assigned some powers by the constitution itself, even by the ministers who are responsible for the defense of our country. So they are given the power. So I believe that the policemen are very important in this regard. Thank you.
Yes, so now it's time for conclusion. Yes, first of all, you speak. Put your view first, Aman. Listen, please.
Good morning to everyone. And today's topic is who plays important role to maintaining law and order. So I think police is responsible and police play an important role to play maintain law and order because police is a organization. This organization is approved by our government and it plays an important role to maintaining law and order. We if we have no our police and administration type of organization, we 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 are not we are not इस टाइप के अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं होगी तो एवरीवन फ्री फॉर द क्राइम के लिए हर कोई फ्री होगा so this types of organization should need for every country and thank you. Closure is that.
Lastly, I would like to conclude by saying maintaining law is important. I say that I want the president rule and I want the military rule to maintain the law and order because